Hi, this is Stephanie of Tellybean Knits, and today I'm going to show you how to bind off the first 6 stitches of row 24 of your shawl in order to create a sawtooth edge. Right now I have the right side of my work facing me, and I am ready to begin row 24. You can see I've just completed row 23. My live yarn is at the left hand side of my work, and I'm ready to turn to a wrong side row in order to begin row 24. So now the wrong side of my work is facing me. You can see I have my live yarn at the front of my work, and I'm ready to begin binding off the first 6 stitches of that row. So I like to start with a slip stitch for the setup for my bind off. This slip stitch is a really pretty transition from the previous row. So I'm going to slip the first stitch purlwise with yarn in front. And now that I've slipped that stitch, I have 1 stitch on my right hand needle. I'm going to bring my yarn between my needles to the back of my work. And I'm ready to start binding off those stitches. I'll knit 1, bind off 1 by passing the right hand stitch over the left hand stitch, knit 1, bind off another stitch by passing the right hand stitch over the left hand stitch. That's 2 stitches bound off, knit 1, bind off 1, that's 3 stitches bound off, knit 1, bind off 1, that's 4 stitches bound off, knit 1, bind off 1, that's 5 stitches bound off, knit 1, bind off 1, that's 6 stitches bound off. Now, if you have any trouble keeping track of how many stitches you've bound off, I have 2 good tricks to help you sort of check in to make sure you've bound off the right number of stitches. So first, the easiest way to check on those stitches is to count how many stitches you have between the edge of your pattern repeat and the end of your left hand needle. So if you've bound off the correct number of stitches, you should have 14 stitches between the end of your pattern repeat and the end of that left hand needle. So we'll just check 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. And then I'll have 1 stitch on my right hand needle. If you're working from the chart, you'll find that this stitch is shown in red. It is going to stay on your right hand needle, and it is exactly where it needs to be. Now, if you need another way to check on your bound off stitches, you can turn those bound off stitches towards you. This little trick works best if you have a contrasting color for the lace and a different color for the garter ridges. So if you're working in a single color, this might not be the best way to check in on your stitches, but if you're working in 2 colors and the garter ridges are in a different color than your lace, then this is a really great way to check in. So you can see if I turn those bound off stitches towards me that the bound off stitches create little V's in your work. Here's a V, here's a V. What we're going to do is we're going to count the number of V's between our previous color and the stitch that we have held on our right hand needle after completing the bind off. So you'll have 1 stitch, 1 little V that is a slip stitch from the previous row, and then you'll have 6 bound off stitch V's. So you should be able to count 7 complete V's between the previous color for your garter ridge and this held stitch on the right hand needle. So you can see here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We aren't actually counting the stitch that is on the right hand needle. If you have 7 little V's between the previous color and the stitch that is on your needles, then you have bound off the correct number of stitches, and you are ready to complete row 24. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Thank you so much for watching.